Alright, Shalom. We'll start first by giving all praises and glories unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Arukah Kodash, Brakatah Yahweh, Brakatah Yahushai, Brakatah Yahweh, Brakatah Yahushai, Brakatah Yahweh, Brakatah Yahushai, call all Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai. Double honors to the elder apostles at Great Millstone who rule well. Greetings, salutations, and blessings unto the hopeful elect. Shalom unto you. Quick impromptu video, man, before I head into the workplace or whatever. Basically, I just want to bring up a quick point, something that crossed my mind that was kind of in my spirit, and it's have you done or are you in position to do everything to earn your salvation? Have you done enough to earn your salvation? Okay? Because as you run into other Israelites, because this Hebrew Israelite thing is becoming popular out there, but I don't think all you other Israelites outside of Great Millstone understand how severe all of this truly is. It's nice to know, oh, I'm from the tribe of Judah, or I'm from the tribe of Issachar, Gad, Reuben, so on and so forth. But do you truly understand what it takes to earn your salvation? Okay? I mean, are you fasting? Are you praying? You know, do you have the full understanding of the breakdowns? You know, do you still think Christianity is the mark of the beast, or do you think, you know, it's an embargo? Do you think Cornelius is not an Israelite? You know, do you think that? Do you understand the Gentile breakdown, the confusion of faces breakdown? Do you understand those? You know, before you judge the next person, you know, without that breakdown, you know, because here at Great Millstone, the apostles have made it quite evident that they have all the keys, right? And that all the breakdowns from the Spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is coming through them. Okay, and those that have the like doctrine, right? And that's the vital thing that you guys don't understand. Do you have the full understanding of what the rape thing is about? It's about how to deal with rape, not about how we supposed to go out there and rape anybody, or when the maturity age of a woman is, or a young man for that matter. Okay? You guys always misconstrue this thing, but you don't fully understand. Do you have balance within yourself to know how to judge things upon the earth? How to judge in yourself if you earn your salvation? Because that's what this test is about, man. It's about understanding how to judge. You know, you can't judge a thief that's trying to feed himself the same as a kleptomaniac. Okay, you can't judge those the same. So anyway, let me pull a couple scriptures, man, because I really don't have a lot of time. But just with something on my spirit, the chances were I wasn't going to be able to get it done before or during work, so I just figured I'd do it now. Let me get to the point. Let me see which one I want. Bear with me 1 second. There it is, verse 13. Matter of fact, I'm gonna start up at verse 10. This is Ephesians chapter 6, verse 10. It says, finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. It says, and in the power of his might, put on the whole armor of the Most High God, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. And that's something that's going on now. This nigga Esau, so to speak, you know, he's doing his best to try to destroy us, man. He's going to do everything in his power to bring you up out the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. He's going to do everything in his power to make you into black, to make you carnal and not spiritual. Okay, to get you to make wrong decisions, so he can win. Because the more you stay spiritual, the more you have a chance of defeating him in that game. Okay, which means the more opportunity you have for salvation. Okay, but you have to put on the whole armor, and it's about the list of armor. But starting up here, it says, "For we wrestle not against flesh and blood," because a lot of you other Israelites going to the gun ranges with the ISUPK, trying to make our kingdom in this kingdom, you know, trying to build up an army to do this or to do that with you, Yahweh, but Yahweh is going back to the land of Israel, so on and so forth. You guys missed the point of this whole thing. The whole point of this thing is that we remain patient, humble, that we're judging things in the spirit, and we're moving within the spirit, and that we're not being carnal. All right, we're loving one another, fellow believers, as ourselves. And some of those fellow believers, man, may look like confusion in the face. Okay? Being able to be spiritual about a so-called white-looking man or woman, but that's really a believer of Yahweh Shemel Shai, which means they can't be an Edomite. Right? They're really an Israelite. All right? We got to be able to judge that. Okay, and that's just one small thing of it. But it says we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. We've all heard this scripture, but the point that you got to understand, those things are intangible things. Okay, you can't go say that man right there is spiritual wickedness in high places. That man is a ruler of darkness of this world. These are the things that they've set up. Christianity is a ruler of darkness of this world. Okay, living after your flesh is a ruler of darkness of this world. Okay, so on and so forth. Verse 13, where the point is, it says, "Wherefore take unto you the whole armor of the Most High God Yahweh, that ye may be able to withstand the evil day, to withstand in the evil day, in the bad time. In that evil day, you got to be able to stand. Because what does it say in Isaiah the 33rd chapter, in the 6th verse? Knowledge and wisdom will be the stability of our times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord will be our treasure. Okay, we have to have that ingrained in us. These prayers have to be, whether in the Hebrew is the best way, but if you don't have it in the Hebrew, they have to be ingrained in you. You got to have the name ingrained in you to call upon it, okay? In the Hebrew, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, you got to have that in you, ingrained. When these things come upon you, you should be practicing it now. If you're fasting, the Most High sees that you're making atonements for certain things. He's going to hear you, okay? It's a purpose for all of this. It's a purpose why the apostles of Great Millstone have us doing certain things that seem too much or too far for you other groups, okay? But it's preparing us to be the leaders of this thing, man. You know, the leaders of the 144,000 and 1/3, so we can bring back our whole nation and be the leaders of our entire nation. Okay, be the progenitors of our whole nation. It says that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all to stand. And here's the point: in having done all to stand, are you fasting? Complete fast. Are you up on the herbs? Are you up on the different natural remedies and oils? Are you up on being able to heal somebody? Are you upon the different vibrations of this music to stay away from, and other things to stay with? You know, do you know how to bring these demons up off you? By watching the videos, by praying, by fasting. You know, do you know how to do those things? Are you aware that in certain situations, the flashing lights will help put demons on you and stay away from those things? Okay. When you backslide, as you say, do you know how to correct that course? You know, a spiritual man judgeth all things, but is judged of no man. Why? Because he's already judging himself. What's the other scripture? How does it go? It says, examine thyself daily if thou be in the faith. Okay, are you doing that? Okay, it's important that you're taking on these things, because these are the things that are going to help keep you on course to keep you from falling out of this thing, man. From being carnal in this thing. I'm an Israelite. There's many a nigga I know that done fell out. We got a couple examples in this camp that are still calling themselves Hebrew Israelites. Okay, but they're not in the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, though. They's back smoking weed. They back in the world, doing all the things of the world, making money, tattoos, and so way out the spirit, man. So and because this thing looks like a fad to you people, but when all hell breaks loose, will you have done all to stand in that evil day, in the time of Jacob's trouble, in the hour of temptation? Have you fasted enough? And that's something heavy in the spirit right now, fasting. Have you fasted enough? Because when this devil comes down, probably Trump, when this devil comes down and cuts this food off, are you able to deal mentally without eating? Can you deal spiritually without eating? What are you going to give up to not eat? Are you willing to give up food to not take that chip? Having done all to stand in the evil day. Okay? But there's a balance to this whole thing. Okay? And how much balance have you created within yourself? Knowing that my flesh is warring against my spirit. And that sometimes you got to feed that flesh. Because this is the nature of man, okay? But letting your spirit guide you, not letting your spirit say, your flesh saying, well, I need to go to drink access to, I'm drunk out of my mind. I need to do these things pleasurable to my flesh. But no, sometimes I'm not saying don't go out to eat, that you should be fasting till the day of the Lord comes. No, I'm simply saying, I'm not saying eat pork neither, or shellfish, or none of that stuff either. I'm just saying, understanding how important practicing these things and rehearsing these righteous acts are, that you're able to stand in the evil day. That when they take things away from you, that you're able to deal with it, okay, and not complain and bring burden onto the next person, okay, with a negative energy. That you take these things cheerfully because you've come to serve the Lord. That you can stand in the heat for hours. That you can walk miles and miles. If necessary, that you're trying to trim back your flesh, so to speak, because you know that you've eaten a little too much. You may have gotten a better job. You've eaten too much, okay? And I'm first and foremost speaking to myself. Let me see what else. Yeah. Let me keep reading. It says, "Stand therefore, having your loins girded about with truth, and having on the breastplate of righteousness." Okay, how do you know what truth and righteousness is? It's written in the Bible. That means you got to read. That means you got to watch these videos and get the proper breakdowns. That means you got to exhort the brotherhood. Okay? It says, and your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace. Making your enemies, even your enemies should be at peace with you. Okay? That's that they have give the ministry no blame. That you put no blame upon the ministry, okay? It says, and your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace. Above all, taking the shield of faith, showing your faith that no matter what, if you know some devils that you work with or that you live by, neighbors or whatever be the case, you can get along with them. Does it change that they're in Edomite? Does it change that you have all your faith in Yahweh Shem Yahushua? He's gonna save you and bring this devil down. You see, that you have to have that faith to do that part. It says, "Well, ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked," because the deeper you get in this thing, the wicked, man, these fiery darts come. The spirit of Satan will always throw these fiery darts at you because he know he has but a short time left. Okay, in this camp in particular, this devil's throwing darts at us, man. Having brothers' work schedules to where we can't fellowship as much. It's harder to get to the live shows, so on and so forth, okay? It says, and take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of the Most High God, the sword of the Spirit, which is the Most High God. You got to have that in you. You got to try your best to have these things written in you to where you're practicing them out in public. Not to say that I'm quoting, Second Esdras, and I'm trying to perform that. No, but just doing the things that are natural to you, to where they become natural and second nature to you. Okay? Practicing the brotherhood. Okay? Let me keep reading. Praying always with all prayer and supplication of the Spirit, and that's prayer, right? And watching whereunto all with all perseverance and supplication for all saints, all those fellow believers that are Israelites. Okay, it says, and for me that utterance may be given unto me, that I may open my mouth boldly to make known the mystery of the gospel, that I may be given the confidence to speak this thing in its proper season. Okay, with the proper words to edify those that need to know, and to keep it over the heads of those that don't need to know. Okay, when you deliver this word or these mysteries unto people. Okay, like Yahweh Shai spoke in parables, being able to speak in a certain rhythm or parable that people can't understand, or that brothers or fellow believers do understand. Okay, let me get to this before I close out. I gotta go. I want to get this in second.